Anthony, and I'm here at Loveland Core Yoga and Fitness. And last weekend, I went to a seminar with George Ira Carroll, and he had scheduled, there's a train in the background, so that's what you hear. I'm right next to the train station. Anyways, if you can bear with me through that horning noise, geez, here it comes, then I'll have time to tell you that I tracked down Daniel and Melanie with Be Free Healing to allow me to video record them with a, there it goes, with a video testimonial. So let's go in and meet Melanie and Daniel, shall we? Hey everybody, it's Anthony, and I'm with Melanie and Daniel from Be Free Healing, and they were gracious enough to let me give a testimonial today from the experience that I went through when they came into a business seminar that I attended that I thought was just for online video marketing. And well, in a way, it really did allow me to be a better online video marketer, and that's what I wanted to share with you today. I'm in this ridiculous, classically stylish polo shirt because today's Sunday and my favorite team's playing. But, I mean, I used to be somebody who was just an athlete and just focused on what I could do physically. And I would train myself physically, and I thought that's all there was. But quite a few years ago, I think I was in college, I learned that you can start to train your mind, too. I mean, I was kind of like this, this Great Dane roaming around college campus, kind of like following my nose to the smell of melting cheese. And I ended up, I found myself in this yoga class surrounded by all these beautiful women. And I was like, oh yeah. And the yoga teacher told me to just try and be quiet. And that's it. And that was the first time somebody told me to do that. And then I started to think, oh yeah, okay. And I listened to what he said, and it made sense to me. And ever since then, I've been interested in learning more about meditation. And, 2 days ago, I think I found the most to-date advanced form of it, and that's why I wanted to do this interview. And so I'll just let Melanie and Daniel tell you about what they do and who they are.
Well, I'm Melanie Lighthouser, and I started Be Free Healing, about 7 years ago now, and have moved from North Carolina back to Colorado last year. I came to this work, I had been teaching yoga and working as a massage therapist for about 4 years when I started doing shamanic breathwork, and I've been on this path now of this breathwork path for about 4 years, and I found this in North Carolina at Isis Cove. My teacher is Linda Starwolf, and it was this whole other piece for me that I had done a lot of healing in my 20s. I was feeling like, okay, I'm on my path. I know that I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing, but I was still carrying this old wound from my childhood. I lost both of my parents at a young age in a pretty tragic way, and so I was still carrying a lot of wounding and pain from that. And so when I found shamanic breathwork, it was the safe space for me to go in and feel all of that, and to really purge that out of my system, energetically to release what I had been carrying for so long. And what it opened up for me was being able to own my full potency, my full creativity, my power, and really bringing that forward into the world, and hopefully acting as a catalyst for everyone else.
Melanie actually brought me into our specific mode of shamanic breathwork. I had also experienced and been to other types of breathworks from the Tibetan and the Amazonian traditions. But as far as learning how to be my own shaman, it really happened after coming out of the Christian church and religion and going to a Christian university for 4 years, And the catalyst of that was me starting to see visions and starting to audibly hear people's thoughts. And so that's kind of was the beginning of my whole, I always, even when I was younger, I always knew and saw and felt different types of energies that I knew most other people didn't feel. But I really feel like that my shamanic initiation was some very incredible kind of miraculous things happening to me in my early 20s that were specifically induced by large spiritual presence.
So the word shaman can seem a little intimidating to people sometimes, but it just means inner healer. And so recognizing that we all have the capacity, we all have that inner healer, a lot of times we just haven't had the space to go in and connect with that piece of ourselves that knows how to heal us, that knows how to let go, that knows how to return to center and to be in balance. And that a lot of times we just carry around a lot of old stories, a lot of baggage, and I sort of think of them as like energetic walls that we carry around us, just based on past experiences. And so when we can use the breath in a powerful way to take us into an altered state, like an altered state of consciousness, then we can really get into those places of ourselves that have been shut down or blocked off, and we can start to remove the blocks and literally, physically, emotionally, mentally get rid of the crap that we've been carrying.
Yeah, so we also really just want people to know that through our process, it's universal. It doesn't matter who you are, really, what you do, what religion you came from, what college you went to, what country you grew up in. This is all about trying to stimulate and grow that inner shaman inside of yourself to help you heal yourself, to make you your more authentic self, your more potent and powerful self. Yeah. And everyone's got shit, right? Everyone's got stuff they need to take care of, no matter what you've done or where you've been. And so that's what we're trying to do, that's what we are doing, is helping people to clear out all of that extra baggage in a safe container and a accessible container.
So moving back to the physical world, talk about what the room looks like when we do this, and what somebody needs to know if they go to a class like this, so that they can prepare themselves to get the most out of it.
Yeah. First, I would say that I would never define this experience as a class or a workshop, because you're not there to learn something. In a lot of ways, you're there to unlearn. And so what we provide is an experience, and so this experience takes you out of your normal reality and into something deeper. And so what that looks like is that we'll be in a room. The lights are normally very dim, and we encourage people. You always start off laying on the floor.
I relate it to like preschool, when you used to bring your blanket and your pillow, and it was just so comfortable. Remember preschool? Oh, I love nap time.
This is like super duper esoteric, awesome nap time.
Yeah, totally.
Exactly. So
you're not gonna feel the same when you wake up.
Right. I can testify to that.
So during this advanced form of meditation, which we like to call shamanic breathwork, is basically I just want to describe a little bit about the experience and the situation. So we turn the lights off in a room, and Melanie brings everybody into their breath and really gets them to internalize their own experience. And then we play some very, very loud spiritual music, because we create the container for everyone that is participating that is safe and secure, and also allows people to express themselves in any way that they need to, in order to let go of some of the darkness or resistance that is inside of themselves that they may or may not know about.
So you bring your pillow and you bring your blanket, and you create, you have your own sacred space on the floor, and And then we instruct you in how to breathe and how to use this breath to take you into altered consciousness. And we pair that with two things. One is really powerful music that moves you energetically through the body, and the other is energetic release work. And so what that means is that we go around and we do energy work with you, hands-on work with you to encourage whatever's coming up to come out, and to come out fully so that you feel different afterwards.
Yeah, so there's this breathing exercise that you tell us about. They give really good instruction to help you, because when I started out, I was like, oh my gosh, what are they doing? And they're like, no, it's just a breathing exercise. And if you find yourself not experiencing the deepness, then just breathe more. And then you'll really go on a journey, and you'll find yourself resisting that, but they encourage you to release that resistance and to just go with it. It might be that something's twitching, one muscle is twitching, and that's the beginning. That's just really the start of it.
Well, and so much, to me, what we're doing on an energetic level is giving your body a new imprint, right? And so a lot of times we spend so much time in that place of resistance, and so when you can step into a different reality, a different consciousness state, and you start to relearn.
I relate it to a mirror, and we all know that some of us really need to find that mirror sometimes to look at ourselves, and this is probably the biggest mirror I've ever found so far. Let me just add a little bit, Daniel, if I can, because I think the people watching this film will be interested to know that this form of breathing is equivalent to an detoxifying experience, and people have called it other things as well. It's really I was feeling chemically induced.
Yeah.
Euphoric, really euphoric.
Yeah.
So if the the booze isn't doing it for you anymore, check this out.
Check this stuff out.
Yeah.
Take a drink of your own breath.
I mean, this has been legal for ages, right?
As far as I know, breathing's been legal forever. So.
We don't have to wait until January for this
Not at all.
in the state of Colorado.
No, it's not here.
It's free now. Let's do it. Yeah.
Yeah, so I think the key piece of what we hope to offer people, especially if you haven't done this before, is giving you the space to really look at what's keeping you from bringing all of you forward. So what are the fears that keep you from expressing yourself completely, from feeling like you can create whatever it is that you want to create in the world? So when we get the opportunity to go in.
So during the process we encourage you, and usually it does happen where you have to, when you clear away the baggage a lot and you clear away the resistance, a lot of the times people feel this empty space, but we have this empty space where we can relearn ourselves, that we can fill these spaces that once were occupied by resistance with our true authentic self, with positive affirmations and also some very revelatory experiences on what am I supposed to do, where am I supposed to be, what is my soul purpose, how can I bring forth my most powerful and authentic potent self. And then usually that takes a lot of some deconstruction of your
Old self.
Yeah, old self.
I know what you're trying to say. It's like if you're trying to create a new habit, you have to stop doing an old habit. And people that try to improve their habits know about this. It's like you do a 20-day challenge for yourself on a diet or a waking up early to do something new sort of thing.
Absolutely.
You are on your spiritual path, whatever that looks like for you. This is a tool that you can use to deepen it, to get to know yourself better, and to so much of our culture, I feel like we give our power away as far as healing ourselves. we tend to say, okay, I'm going to go to this person and they're going to fix me,
Mhm.
or I'm going to go to this doctor, or I'm going to do this. And so what we really want to create the space for is for you, you know yourself better than anyone else. No one else is ever going to know you like you know you.
Mhm.
And so what happens when you get to be in that space of healing yourself, how much is possible. So we're going to show you just an example of the breath that we use in this process. And I invite you to do this along with us so that you can feel just that beginning, that tiny little beginning place of where we go, and really start to get an idea of where what we're diving into. This breath work. So if you're sitting upright, just allow your feet to be on the floor, and you can close your eyes. And we're just going to demonstrate the breath for you that we use. So I invite you to do this breath along with us so that you can feel what that breath starts to do to your body. So we're inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the mouth. And so these guys are going to demonstrate with me. We're just going to take 4 big breaths. So breathe with me. Inhale through your nose. Blow it out through the mouth. You want to imagine blowing on a fire. Inhale. And exhale. And one last breath. So just take a moment to feel how different you feel just after 4 breaths. So now imagine multiplying that by many minutes of doing that breath. Some people breathe for 10 minutes. Some people breathe for the entire hour of the breathwork session in that way. And it takes you into a very deep space. And if you would like to experience that, we invite you to join us. Our website is BeFreeHealing.com, and it has links to all of our upcoming breathworks that we'll be doing and retreats, and we would love to share it with you.
Yeah, thanks everybody for watching the entirety of this video. Go ahead and subscribe to my channel and check out my website at rockfootmarketing.com.